my name is Dr. Jackson Kinyanjui Koimbori. I'm the head of KEPSA Consult and also in charge of circular economy and climate change. I find this a very opportune time for us to meet and converse. The reason being that I've had the opportunity to work in various sectors. I've worked with the private sector, where I'm working right now. I've had the chance to work with the government sector, initially with the county government of Nakuru, and also as a high school teacher. So yeah, there are so many niches around that. And also I've worked as an activist, where I worked as an activist for an organization which helped me win the Nakuru County Youth Environmental Award for initiatives around tree planting, calling out government officials. So I've worked in all these spheres. And the main thing that is common, that resonates around all these scopes is that there's a lot of awareness that is needed on climate. There's a lot of space and vacuum that is needed in terms of climate finance, because that is the problem that we had across all these areas when I was working all these realms and spheres. In that regard, having also done a lot, because my background is mostly around agriculture and climate change adaptation, there's a lot that we need to embrace from the developed nations. We need early warning and response systems. These are very essential. At least right now we have moved to a phase whereby Kenya has even launched 3 satellites into the orbit and maybe looking into the 4th one. But when you look and you compare the satellites we have launched into the orbit with the developed nations, they are different. When you look at the US, it has over 80 satellites in the orbit. What does that tell you? The satellites, not only are they important in communication, in mobile phones and all these things, they also help us in mapping out. Because as a GIS expert, I know the importance of these satellites. They help us to give us information firsthand and help to protect our farmers and our people in terms of calamities. So Kenya has 3, but we are still moving up, which is still a good idea. So let me go to the remarks. Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, stakeholders in climate action, and fellow delegates, good morning. It is an honor to address you today at this crucial conference focused on our collective journey towards climate adaptation and resilience. As we gather to reflect on our progress and challenges, we acknowledge that this moment is not merely a meeting of minds. It represents a significant step towards securing a sustainable future for our communities, our economy, and our planet. The adoption of climate-smart agriculture practices has increased yields by up to 50% in some regions. However, we must also confront the barriers that remain, particularly for small and medium-sized enterprises, which often lack the resources necessary for effective adaptation strategies. Today's sessions provides a valuable platform for knowledge exchange among stakeholders. By sharing best practices and lessons learned, we can enhance our collective capacity to tackle climate impacts. As we showcase successful initiatives, we must also engage in discussions about the challenges we face and collaboratively develop innovative solutions tailored to our unique context. The experiences shared here today can inform our strategies and guide our actions moving forward. Furthermore, our discussions must yield actionable recommendations for the government of Kenya and other stakeholders. It is essential to advocate for policies that incentivize investment in adaptation measures, fostering a regulatory environment that encourages businesses to adopt climate resilience practices. For instance, providing tax incentives for green investment. I'll go into the detail into this. As we reflect on our journey, we must also emphasize the importance of partnerships. Climate change is a multifaceted issue requiring collaborative efforts across sectors and borders, of which we are doing here, and we wish to thank Jacob's Ladder for actually convening this forum for us to come and put our minds together. Looking ahead, we must be bold in our ambitions. While the challenge of climate change is significant, it also represents an opportunity to redefine our growth trajectories. By prioritizing adaptation and resilience, we can create a more sustainable and equitable economy. In conclusion, let us remember that building resilience is a shared responsibility. Each of us, the governments, businesses, civil society, private sector, has a role to play. Together, we can transform our commitments into meaningful actions that will protect our communities, support our economies, and preserve our environment for future generations. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to the fruitful discussions that await us. Together, we can make significant strides towards building resilience in the face of climate change. Thank you, and God bless you all. Thank you so much.